Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Captain, urgent news from the General.
Why not really blow it up, Captain?
Captain's log. Embarking into hostile environment.
I'm getting an option.
Spot, Captain!
Captain.
No, Captain. They're alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your captain speaking. I think that looked the way I wanted it to look. And that the stream was crisp. And that the intro video worked. I hope it does. That'd be so cool. Because then that means a lot of cool things for the future. That I can do my little videos. Get the intro video back in my thing. I miss it so much because it was something I can only use when I did my edited, like, full production videos that took multiple days to edit. So if I can get it working with Gaze and Lentilman. oh, Peggy. That's so good. That's hilarious. Yeah, if I can get that working, this is going to be awesome. Before we get into the video tonight will be, so this is going to be all 18 unmatched sets ranked by value. That's what this video is going to be, ranked by value. There's going to be multiple tier lists I'm doing tonight. I'm going to do at least 3. We'll see what the time looks like. But I've just been cranking out these tier lists because you can't just say, oh, this set's best, this set's worse. It's like, okay, well, what are you looking for? What do you want? What do you need? How much money do you have? How much time do you have? Which IP do you like? So all those different things, we're going to be looking at all those different things. But first we're doing value. After I thank my crockpots, we have Bromantic, Greg's, Vlasinski, 619 Sports, Chick Charney, O-Town, and Shy Guy for Smash. Those are my crockpots. If you'd like to be a crockpot as well, patreon.com/Captain Crockpot. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And we're just going to jump straight into it. So here we go, guys. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. So as you can see, we've got all 18 sets here, and we're doing value. So first off, before anything, I just want, if you're coming in here thinking, what set should I get? I think the best set for you will always be the character that you're drawn to the most, the IP that you're drawn to the most. If you have a heart for T-Rex from Jurassic Park, you love the IP, and you want that mini, buy the set. You're going to have a great time. So by and large, if you love the character and if you love the IP, get that set. With that aside, out of the way, there's so many other factors that we can look at. But that will always reign supreme. If you love Buffy sets for you. Okay? So, just going to say that right now. Another caveat before I get into this. I do not play a lot of Buffy set. As you see these tier lists, the Buffy set will be towards the bottom of all of them because I don't watch Buffy, never have, and I don't play the sets very much. When I got the sets, I never played them within the box. So that is something just to know going into it, that I am not going to be ranking those very well, and I know that, so you should know that too. Again, if you like the Buffy IP, go get the Buffy sets. You'll have a good time. So here's a question, guys. This is our first one. So how do we want to do it? So I don't want to just go like, hey guys, this is S. This is the best one. Do I start at the bottom, but then we always know we're going up, or just go as they are in the list here, and then just get them? Like how should we do it? I actually want comments. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys want? Do you guys want me to start like just go left to right? We'll start with Legends 1. We just go top left down to the bottom, or do we go? Should I just fill in from F up to S to keep the suspense of, oh, which set's going to be the best? Which set's going to be best? Pros and cons. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm not sure where you guys are at, so I'm just gonna wait till until you guys start talking. Also, so this is something really cool. This is my remote setup. We got a laptop for my business, which means I got a laptop for my channel, which is awesome. And I've got, so my remote setup's actually really portable. It all fit in this little backpack. But I got my laptop. I've got multiple cameras I could actually use. I figured out how to connect my phone, so that could be a camera if I ever need it. I've got another camera here that's not even being used. It was one of my first. It's the hand cam that I used to use for the hand cams, which works perfectly for this stuff. And then I got my light. So we are cooking with gas. No one's giving me a good answer on this. So you know what, guys? I'm just gonna make an executive decision, since no one's giving me good thoughts here on this video at least. And I want you guys to give me feedback on how it feels. On this video, we're gonna go from F to S to keep the suspense of what's the best value as we go through it. So let's do that right now. The very worst value. Okay, good. You guys are all agree. Awesome. The very worst value. If you're gonna buy something, we're talking right now, okay? I'm not looking at all the prices, but right now, if you want this set, it's gonna cost you $70 to $200 to $400, and you only get one fighter. You don't get maps, and the fighter is not competitively viable, and it's Deadpool. Deadpool is the worst value set. Now, listen, guys. If I did not own Deadpool and I had all the other sets, if I was making $40,000 a year or more, I'm dropping $100 for Deadpool. So, now that's just me. I love Unmatched too much to not have Deadpool. I actually love the fighter. You'll see that later. But best value, he is the F tier fighter. There is no other F tier. We're gonna go straight to D. Some of my tier lists, by the way, guys. Listen, I went with my heart. I didn't do what the normal. Okay, I didn't do the norm. I went with my heart on this. So some tier lists are just S through B, maybe a C or something. But we do have an F because he is $200, no maps, one fighter, not competitively viable. That's not good value. The next one, similar boat. We got Bruce Lee, solo fighter, $200, and no maps. That's not a lot of value. He's a fun fighter. He is competitively viable. He's a fun, absolutely. He's a blast to play with. If you get your hands on him, go for it. Same thing with Deadpool. That I would drop X amount of money to pick him up because you want to have like all these sets, guys. I will pay money for the Buffy sets to get the complete set. And actually, the Buffy maps would make them go higher, which we will see at some point as well. Next, so those are my D and F tiers. We're going straight into the C tier. With Speak of the Devil herself, we have Buffy set. So Buffy set is in C tier. By the way, I'm not like factoring in if sets are out of print and stuff. I didn't look into that much, but it's just so everybody knows that Deadpool and Bruce Lee are, super expensive right now to get. Buffy set, I think you can pick it up for like $25 to $40 probably. I would do it. Buffy can be played. Buffy herself can be played in competitive format if you get through like the first 20 something fighters. She has a place, especially with more multi-fighters coming out. So actually, you know what? She's moving up because there are certain sets. There's more and more of the multi-hero kind of people that she could do pretty well into potentially. Maybe she does well into Oda. Maybe she can do well into the Raptors. She does a lot of area, a lot of AoE. So Buffy can be used. The other 3 cannot be used competitively. Inside the box, again, I've not played it. I'm sure it's probably enjoyable. And the where you get the value, why it gets up to a C over the D and the F, is that the 2 maps are awesome maps that if you are looking for balanced maps just to have some fun on and to play and to have like an even footing for everybody, Buffy maps, that's where you want to go. So yeah, C tier. And the next set for value, we put Teen Spirit. So Teen Spirit, it's a 3-fighter set. So there's some problems with this set, guys, and this makes the value like dip down to this level. The fighters can't move. They can't move very far. So as they're moving across the board, like they can't boost far. That's a huge problem. They have low health. They are fun to play. I don't like Squirrel Girl. It's just homework. It's literally homework. It's like, okay, I want to maneuver. All right, where am I moving all of these fighters? I got 9 fighters to move around the board. Did I move that squirrel? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to boost that maneuver. Okay, I'm going to move. It's homework. And then she's not very strong. So there's no like incentive to play her and do the homework. I like, from that set though, I love Cloak and Dagger and Miss Marvel. And it's tough because they're not great. They are fun to play, but they are not great. So yeah, 3 fighters, 1 map. It's not a double-sided map, so it gets a C tiered on the value. I love the map. It's Slushy Town, Navy Pier. Excellent map. Adds a lot of fun. So again, guys, this is a great set. All of these sets, they're all great value. You all need to buy them. But this is supposed to help you guys. If you want to, like, let's say that you're new to Unmatched and you're trying to get into the thing, man, start at the S and just work your way through. You're gonna get the most value, most bang for your buck. That is what this is for. All right, next up, we're going to B tier. We've got Hell's Kitchen. So, and this is also taking into account. It's taking into account competitively viable. It's a factor a little bit at least, because if you have X amount of, like, if you have multiple sets, you're gonna want to keep them pretty tight together. So it's not just like in the box experience. And if you just only have 1 set, this is if you have multiple sets. That's what we're looking at here. Hell's Kitchen it's a great. These are all great sets. This is a great set. Visually, it's beautiful. You have Bullseye, Daredevil, and Elektra. Elektra is busted, so she's a problem, and it's not like a fun problem. In the set, she can work, and it works. They're balancing within sets is actually really good most of the time. So she's gonna work. Daredevil, if you are new to Unmatched and you don't play a lot of competitive Unmatched, you will initially love Daredevil, and then you will hate Daredevil with everything that you have. You'll hate him with a passion, and you will say, why did they make him? He's so broken, he's so busted, because you've not figured out exactly how to play against him. And then at some point, if you put enough time against him, you will figure out how to beat him again, and then it'll be fun again. But he is a problem. Initially, in the middle, once you get to the point where it's like, man, I remember commenting on on Discord, and like just ranting about Baskerville and how busted it was and how broken it was and how awful. I was like, oh, this is so terrible, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't know how to use the map. And I ranted about Daredevil. I lost my mind because I played a Daredevil into a Wukong. I was Wukong, and it was the worst day of my life. And I ranted about, like, just repeatedly, I've had these moments where I've just absolutely hated something because of something I didn't understand fully, and I got into some matchup that was pretty much unwinnable, and I hated it. Every matchup can be won. It may come down to like one or two. You may have one or two moments to actually win that moment, to win the game. And if you miss those, it might be a just terrible train ride as you're going. But as you play more and more and more and more, you will start to appreciate the things that you may have hated before. So this is one of those sets that I actually really love. Bullseye's super fun. They're all fun. Electra, everybody hates. When we play her, you want to play her against somebody that can beat her, and if you do that, you'll have a good time. And then the map. This is one of my favorite maps because it has the item that lets you. Hey, thanks, Peggy. Look at that. Make sure you guys leave a like for Mr. Crockpot. Wow, Peggy is a saint. So, okay, the item on Hell's Kitchen, it lets you take a card from your discard pile and put it back into your hand. Awesome. So, like the slushy, how awesome healing for 3 is, this item, I forget what it is. It's like, it's not the newspaper. It's not the map. It's what is it? If you remember it, let me know. I forget what it is. But you take it, put it back in your hand. Super awesome. Of course, for a lot of people, they play this map and they think it's like changing the game or breaking the game in some way because of whatever. Just position better. Okay, that's one thing. Now, if you go first, you've got a great advantage at getting there. If you have multiple fighters, you've got a better advantage of getting there. So choose your map wisely. Don't just choose this map. And not have a plan. You need to have a plan with any of the Marvel maps. Have a plan going in, because if you don't, you will get messed up by this item, by the slushy, by all the items that are like game changing. You will get messed up. Have a plan. That is the lowest of the B, and that is Hell's Kitchen. The next value will be another 3-fighter set, and it is Brains and Brawn. So it's one of the newer sets. Again, so all of the 3-fighter 1 map sets are, as far as value goes, the only factor I'm just differentiating between them is the competitive viability, because you're getting 3, and also how good the map is, and how good the fight, like how fun the fighters are, I guess. But it's really just, okay, how much value do you get out of the fighters? Because you only have 3 and you got a map. So, and then the price point. Because these are, I forgot about this. Because these are Marvel sets, they are priced higher. There's a tax. There's that Marvel tax because of the IP. Now, if you love Marvel, you're getting the set and you're going to be super happy with it. If you love Unmatched, you're getting the set, you'll be happy with it. So, this set comes with Doctor Strange, She-Hulk, and Spider-Man. And within the set, it works. They're not all viable. Doctor Strange and She-Hulk are super competitively viable. Okay, yeah, they are like Otan just said. They are top tier S and A. How much fun are they? They're very fun to play as, and they are usually not very fun to play against. So that's going to drop them down. Spider-Man, I love playing as Spider-Man into a matchup that he can win. Super fun. If it's a 50-50 or like even like you're a 45 to a 55, that's a fun game to play. I love Spider-Man, super fun. There's some matchups that are not as much fun to play with him, and he's just not the best. Super fun. He's a great fighter to have for new players. If you're like have a lot of people that are coming like trying to learn the game and you're trying to teach them the game, give them Spider-Man, because his ability is that you are going to, if you attack him, you have to tell him your value because of his Spidey sense. So I'm attacking you with a 4. He's like, ooh, cool, you're attacking with a 4. Let me see what I got. So for new players, that's like, wow, that's like the best ability ever. For competitive players who are playing on Discord and in the tournaments, etc., we already have that ability. Like, we could go multiple attacks and be like, all right, you're probably playing a feint here, and it's, oh, they played a feint, and then they're like, oh, you're probably playing this, and it's like, oh yeah, I played that. Like, there are multiple, you can do that over and over again, because we can look at where we are on the board, what our health's at, how many cards we have in our hands, and then, okay, so this is the most optimal thing you can play in that moment, so I will defend against the most optimal thing, and if it's not that, that's a win for me. So we sort of have his ability, makes it not as helpful for us. So that is going to be that. Oh, let me add this. This is another note though. The map is awesome in this set as well. So this is Sanctum Sanctorum, and this is the first move 3 center. So when we're talking like if you say center stage, that means here's a little tip for everybody. Okay, so if you've got a guy and he's running around the board and you're chasing him, and he runs away from you and he boosts away, if you run and boost to get next to him but not attack him, all of that person has to do is probably get to the other side, and then you can't do it again. And so if you continue to do that over and over again, you're never going to catch them. So what you do is you move to the center, which we call center stage. All right? So watch. Ready? He ran away. I go to the center stage. Now, on most maps, I'm 4 away from him. No matter where he goes, I'm 4 away. That's center stage. All right? And most maps have a center stage of whatever, 4, some are 5, some are 6. It's awful. Yukon. So, but this is Sanctum Sanctorum, and this has a move center stage of 3. This is the first center stage of 3. And interestingly enough, it's not the middle where you'd think it is. It's really cool how they designed the map visually. It looks like the middle would be the middle, but it's actually the spot up to the right. That solo yellow to the top right of it. That is the center stage of 3. So if you're there, you can move 3. So for Spider-Man, that's great. You get there, maneuver, attack, go back, maneuver, attack, go back, maneuver, attack. You can get them every other turn or whatever. A lot of fighters have that. It's really cool. The other thing is this map is there's no zone cutoffs. It's very range friendly, which means range loves it, but it's move 3 center. So melee loves it. And then it has awesome items. It has an item that lets you pull a scheme from your deck and play it as a free action. So Bloody Mary loves that. Black Panther loves it. Like any fighter that wants to, like they have to get that scheme from their deck. Man, I can get that Shri scheme. Boom, we're good. So every fighter loves this map, which makes it a very interesting map to play on. Hey, buddy, you talking to me? Yes, he's saying hi. Hey, Levi, I love you. All right, guys. That is Brains and Brawn. I'm going to say goodnight to my son, and then I'll be back. Hey, buddy. I love you. You want to say hi to them? You want to say hi to the stream? All right. They're right there. Say hi. Say hello. What are you doing? Yeah, love you. All right. I love you, buddy. All right, he gave me this to give to you guys. So we'll put that right here, actually. All right. So that is Brains and Brawn. Great set. I love it more than most people. Most people hate She-Hulk and Doctor Strange so much that they don't like the set as much. But I love it. Next up, guys, we've got this set here. We have the Jurassic Park T-Rex Dr. Sattler set. So this is a 2-fighter, 1-map set, and the map is T-Rex Paddock. The map is used a lot. It's a great map. It's pretty balanced. It's very balanced, and it's a pretty tight map, but pretty far starting spaces. So it's unique in that sense. Cool zones. There's no three zone, whatever you want to call it. Night, buddy. Love you. Night. The T-Rex is the best mini in the game, and is worth the price of the box itself. Also, this set is always on sale. You will find this set on sale. And Sattler is really fun. If you love Jurassic Park, this set is great value. This set's awesome. It's great for you. Where this set falls is that as you play this game more and more, as you play this set more and more, you will start to find out that this is a very one-sided set. I don't want to spoil it for you guys because I want you to have fun when you buy this set. So I'm not gonna tell you why it's so polarizing. I'll let you find out for yourself, and hopefully you never find out. If you never find out, that means that you're having a great time with this set and enjoy yourself. It also means that you need to play more competitively if you want to get into the scene. You need to try some more different things, because there are some things you can do in this set that will break it for you. But it is the best mini. Love the IP, love the artwork, the card names, everything about it is awesome. It's 2 fighters, 1 map, and it's very cheap. So, definitely great value. And following shortly behind it, not behind it, right in front of it, we have the Raptors and Ingen. Also, the T-Rex is very viable competitively. T-Rex is falling off lately, but super fun fighter to play as, and yeah, she will kill everything in her path. She is viable. Next set, we have the Raptors and Ingen and Raptor Paddock. So Raptor Paddock is one of the most popular maps there is. It's one of the tightest maps, but there's a lot to do with it. Like, you can't just, it's not like Sanctum Sanctorum where you're just like you can always just get to each other. There's actually positioning, moving around. You have the pit, which is incredible. If someone gets in the pit, what are you gonna do? So you have to play on the pit. All the movement of, like, there's so much you have to factor in to think about. In the set, you have the most pieces of a set, actually, I think, or one of the most pieces of a set, and it's only a 2-fighter, 1-map set. You have 3 Raptors, and then you've got Ingen, his 3 workers, and then you have 8 traps. And in the set, it comes with 9 traps, so do not be fooled. You can only use 8 of them. Put 1 of them in your box, leave it there. And it's a great set. I love Ingen, and I enjoy the Raptors a lot. The Raptors are this is tough because they're both getting, like, they're both very niche. Okay, so the more versatile a fighter is, the easier it can face everybody, right? So, like, Moon Knight, Yenenga, Jill Trent, Golden Bat, like, fighters that can do a lot of different things, very versatile fighters, they're going to be higher up in the tier list. Ingen is going to be, they're both very specific and they're like counter fighters basically. So the Raptors are super aggro. They come 10 traps. Riley's came with 10 traps. Interesting. Maybe it does come with 10 traps. Either way, only play with 8. 8 is the number that you can actually play with. And the other 2 are just for spares. I'm not sure if mine came with 2 extras or not. But yeah, so these are counter kind of fighters where you're gonna play them into different scenarios. I don't know how to explain it. It's not very good, but there you go. So that set right there, it's a great set. I love it. Again, if you love that Jurassic Park IP, get these sets. This set is probably on sale more often than the T-Rex set. They're both on sale so much. Go pick them up because they are cheap. You can find them for $20, and at $10 a fighter plus a map. That's like the price range you're sort of looking at. Is like, if I can get it for $10 a fighter, we're good. The Marvel sets are going to be $20 a fighter, so that's why they're lower value. Most of the Marvel sets are going to be like that. Next up, we have a Marvel set. And this is Redemption Row. So Redemption Row is interesting. It's so weird because Luke Cage and Moon Knight are 2 of the most popular and competitively viable fighters. The Raft is the map it comes on, it never is used ever. No one says, hey, let's go to the raft and play. So it's like a dud. It's like a dud of a map. And then Ghost Rider he's probably my least favorite fighter to play against. Let me think about that. I think he's my least favorite fighter to play against. Yeah, probably. He's so annoying. He just rooms over you. He just runs over you and burns you. Okay? That's not fun. They fixed him. When he first came out, guys, if you were there for guys, I don't know, put some tears in the chat, some sad faces in the chat. If you were there during the time of Ghost Rider vroom boosting, we called it vroom vroom, because he could vroom you and then vroom boost other side of the map, so then you can't reach him, and then he would vroom you and then vroom boost other side of the map, so you can't reach him, and he would do that over and over and over and over, and it was awful. He can't do that now, so he's not as strong. He is still viable. He is viable. He's a counter fighter, so you're going to use him to go into certain fighters like Medusa or whoever. If you have 13 health or less, he's going to go into you. Oh, if you guys saw, here's why I hate him. And this is, if you look back at my Winter of Champions games, I think I had 2 games against him. I at least had 1 for sure, and it was Jill Trent, Ghost Rider. Guys, I played my butt off. Okay, I played out of my mind in that matchup, and it didn't matter. It did not matter, because my opponent had their game plan from the start, and they knew exactly what they were going to do, and it's genius, and I can't stop it. I literally could not stop it. So, there was... Okay, I take that back. No, I can't. I literally could not stop it, because all you have to do is he schemes next to me, schemes, takes me there, attacks, dead. So, yeah, guys, it was a nightmare. It was so sad. I don't like Ghost Rider. I hate Ghost Rider. So that set is here. But Luke Cage and Moon Knight are so good, and they're so fun that this set is that high. Sorry for that rant, guys. Ghost Rider he's the bane of my existence. Next up, an incredible set. So we've got Black Panther, my favorite fighter. We got Black Widow, Winter Soldier, and we are on the map Helicarrier. So this is for King and Country, and for King and Country, so it's another 3-fighter set, one map, and you guys, you could if for this map, I may have to move these around because these are still, if we're talking value, so this is competitive viable as well. Like, I'm factoring that in a lot with this. If I was just doing, just value, it would be something like this probably, okay? But because I'm factoring in the competitive viability along with the money in some weird way that nobody really knows except for myself, this is what this is going to look like so far. Alright, so Black Widow is awesome. The reason why this is such a cool set is that all 3 of these fighters brought something new to the game, and the map is awesome. The map is super fun. It's used a lot. Very balanced. It has a lot of different things you can do, a lot of different options. And then the card art's incredible. Just everything about these sets is just really, really fun, really, really good. Winter Soldier is climbing up my... I don't like playing against him fighters. He's climbing up. He's not at the top, but he's climbing up, man. Because as soon as you know you've lost, as soon as he's recurred like X amount of times and you don't have the damage to finish him out, you're gonna be pulling your hair out. So, yeah, he's frustrating. He is not as frustrating as Ghost Rider, but he is frustrating. He's a problem. So King and Country is the highest of the B tier. Guys, we're moving into A tier. We've got, what is this? 9 sets left. We've got, this one here is not here yet, guys. This is the Shakespeare set. This is Slings and Arrows. If you haven't bought it yet, do it. I'm excited for it. I haven't seen anything about it. I mean, I've seen a lot about it. I've not seen it yet. I've not gotten my set yet. Right, Riley, you are correct. Winter Soldier is a less fun Daredevil. Exactly, because there's no counterplay. Oh, I know you're going to recur here. I mean, the counterplay is attacking as much as you can. Maybe pinning him. That's the counterplay. You can't stop his recursion. It will happen. So let's see what the comments. Sorry guys, let me look at the comments real quick. All right, Houdini versus Genie and Tales to Maze are S tier. Cosmic Zap's going. He's making a call out for that. He might be right. We don't know. I enjoy Redemption Road more than King. King and Country. Yeah, I understand that. And I think it's going to be... So I always play as Black Panther. I don't play against Black Panther very much. So people that hate playing against Black Panther, I don't have that problem. Because if he's being played, most likely it's me. If you don't play Black Panther, you would probably hate this set more because you're going to have two fighters that you probably don't enjoy playing against. But Black Panther can be beaten. He's not great. He's just fun. Bruce is underrated. Almost killed Ghost Rider with him. Yeah, Bruce. This is not competitively viable like entirely. The bottom two guys are $200 sets and they have no map. That's why they are down there. So $200, no map. You gotta be down in the F and the D tier. But thanks guys for the comments. All right, the next one in A tier, we have this one. This is a great set. Again, guys, buy all these sets. There is not a single set in here that you should not buy. We're talking about value, though. So if you're coming into this thing new, start with S, work your way across. Go to A, work your way across. If you ever get a set for $20 or less, pick it up. That's just a rule. So we've got Little Red and Beowulf, which, if you didn't know, guys, the name is genius. It is Little Red and the Big Bad Wolf, but it's Little Red and the Big Bad Beowulf. It's so clever. Little Red Riding Hood. This is one of my favorite sets. The theming, everything about it is just really, really good. The map, it comes on as Herot. It introduces the door mechanic, which is super fun and super annoying at the same time. I take that back. I don't love the door mechanic. It is... I take that back. It's not super fun. It is interesting. I don't hate it. That's what I'll say. So, Little Red... Oh, my son just got a bath, and he's the cutest. So, it's a two-fighter set and with a single map. And it's just a great set. There's nothing to say. They are both... Beowulf used to be super competitively viable. He has moved way down since all the Marvel sets came out, because his thing was he could win with fatigue, and then all these like super fatigue fighters came out with massive recursion, and so Beo dropped. He is still one of the most fun fighters to play as. Little Red used to be like S tier, and she dropped massively as well with all the other fighters coming out because of how her feints work and that kind of thing. Super fun to play as. She can win any game. I really love playing as her. And yeah, if you are playing like Band Quest where you guys can like, this is saying you own all the fighters, okay? Night, buddy, I love you. Good night. Oh, okay. If you have all the fighters, guys, and you can like ban out the first, I don't know, 20. Not 20. If you can ban out the first 15, you could hit the Little Red games and you can hit like the Bayo games, and you're gonna have a great time. And if you just have one set and this is the only set you own, you're gonna have a great time. Excellent set. The next one is Houdini Genie. Now, I know why I did this. I know why you're angry. So I put Houdini Genie here. Let me back up also. So with Little Red Bayo and Houdini Genie, there is no IP tax. Okay? So the Jurassic Park still have an IP tax on them. When they came out, they were a little more expensive than what they are now, because Jurassic Park IP. The public domain fighters don't have that IP tax, and so you're getting them for cheaper. So automatically, you're gonna have better value out of these public domain fighters. If you connect with one of them, man, you're gonna get the most value. You're gonna most bang for your buck from that set. Houdini Genie is one of the best sets, absolutely out there. Just hands down. They're super. It's super fun. This was like the set that I'm pretty sure this set like signaled a change in Unmatched. Basically, it was like up to that point, the way that you won game was not drawing cards and fatigue. I'm gonna go hide in the corner. I'm gonna outrun you. If I can just get away from you, I'm gonna win my games. And that was like the biggest thing in competitive scene. And then the set came out, and it's like I can draw 5 cards with the Genie 3 times. I'm attacking and boosting with my stuff and drawing cards and getting actions. And like this like signaled a change in the way that we played the game, and was some of the most fun in a box that you can get. Still is. Both these fighters are competitively viable. I don't like the Genie nearly as much. Houdini's top tier. He'd be like an A tier fighter. Houdini would be. Genie for me would be high C, low B. Some people can play him as like an A tier fighter, and some people can play him. Most people probably can play him like as like maybe a B, high B tier fighter. He's like, he can win any game not any game. I take that back. Genie cannot win any game. Genie can win a lot of games. He can win almost every game if you do everything perfectly. It's not very much fun for me. The best way to play him, the most fun way to play him, not best way, the most fun way to play him is to draw as many cards as you can to attack. And that is not the best way to play him. So it just sort of feels bad when you're playing him if you're playing him optimally. It comes on Solomon's Mine. The map Solomon's Mine, I love it. A lot of people hate it. It is automatically banned, like Yukon is. It's automatically banned out of a lot of sets. I'm wondering why I did this. I gotta change around a map here. I gotta change around some fighters because of what I just said exactly. Yeah. So Solomon's Mine it's enjoyable. It introduces the doors, but it doesn't have the same problem as Baskerville where you can like block out a spot. Yeah, they're sneaky good. They're sneaky good fighters for sure. I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna pivot here. So this was gonna be up there in S tier, but it can't be in S tier. I don't know why I had it in S tier. I gotta move it down. We gotta move it right there. I think that's the spot. That's the spot right there. Okay, guys. Robin Hood and Bigfoot. Robin Hood Bigfoot is... So Bigfoot's a top S tier fighter, but he's not busted. So that's awesome. He is great. He's easy to pilot. 5 feints. Well-balanced fighter. Robin Hood's super fun to play as. And they play on Yukon. So Yukon is the map. Again, no, I remember why. Guys, sorry, S tier. And I'm going to wait on them. You sneakers. You little sneaky sneaks. You try to get... What? I need socks. Where are the socks? I need socks for his hands. Guys, I'll be right back. I have to find socks for his hands. And, check this out.
Sorry if I scared you. Thanks for watching the video. This video takes a lot of time to make, and I just wanted to let you know there are a couple ways you could help me out so I can continue making content like this. Of course, you can comment, like, and subscribe. That's hugely appreciated. But also you can support me at patreon.com/Captain Crockpot. And also, if you look down below, there's links to almost everything in this video, from the games to my video setup to my unmatched storage solution. It's all available because I totally believe, I totally back it 100%. And I want you to be able to have it. Most of the links are Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I will make a small percentage. I wouldn't give you guys any recommendations that I would not buy myself. And most of everything that is in there, I have bought myself. Continue watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, where were we? My apologies. Thanks for staying there. Thanks for hanging out and bearing with that. He has what's it called? Eczema. So he's like gets itchy, and so we gotta lotion his hands and then put socks in his hands and all that stuff. So okay, we're talking value. So this comes here. We have Sun's Origin. Value. 2 fighter, 1 map. Tomoe is, like this, guys, this set, we can't tell you how good this set is. This set is incredible. And Oda and his guys, Tomoe and her and herself. Tomoe is actually really competitively viable right now. She's moving up. After every game, it's like, oh, she can beat this person. Oh, she can beat this person. Really fun, super fun, and very good. Oda, not so good, but super fun. And in certain matchups, he can crush it. And then the map, Azuchi Castle, is very interesting. It's a very big map. It's a huge map for a small board. And very interesting. Super fun to play with. So they're going to go right above Houdini, Genie. A lot of you will probably have these switched around to there. That's fine. You can do that. Again, non-IP fighters, so you're going to get good value for the price. The next set I have is this one here. Battle of Legends Volume 2. Battle of Legends Volume 2... This is a tough one because this whole set is, when this came out, it was incredible. All these fighters are still really fun to play. They're all competitively viable except for Bloody Mary, who is still really fun to play, and she can win games. They introduced a double attack mechanic on the cards, which it just feels so good when you play a double attack because nobody else has them. That can be more frustrating to play against. That's one thing. It's a 1 map. You have Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens is one of the most popular maps. So that's why they're here. They're the top of the A tier because of that. So this is a 4-fighter set with 1 map, and the map is super popular to play. Yanega, S tier. Wukong, high A tier, low S tier. Achilles, high A tier. So this is incredible value. If you can, guys, get that set. It's awesome. The next set for value is this Battle Legends Volume 1. Now, we're talking value. So this is a 4-fighter set with 2 maps. And that is why it is the lowest of the S tier. This set, I would not buy this set over Battle Legends Volume 2. But if you want the most bang for your buck, get this set because you're going to get 4 fighters and 2 maps. So you're going to get a lot more playability, replayability. That's it. That's what it comes down to is you got 4 fighters and 2 maps. We have Sinbad, Medusa, Alice, and King Arthur. And then the 2 maps are Memorial and Sarpedon. So Sarpedon and Memorial, I don't like playing there very much. I find myself playing on Memorial a lot more often than Sarpedon, but I don't really enjoy either one. They're just sort of big, don't really do much, not that interesting. But there are 2 maps again, and then Sinbad, Arthur, Alice, and Medusa. Medusa is up top. She's in S tier. She's been dropping, which is cool to see. So she would be, maybe number 5 now overall. But you could make a case for her being number 1. But so she's top in S tier. King Arthur is at the very bottom. He's going to be down at the very, very bottom, just above the Buffy sets probably, as far as competitively viable. So he'll be down in the F tier. And then a third of the way up, actually a fourth of the way up will be Alice. And then a fourth of the way up from that will be Sinbad. A fourth of the way up from that, actually a big jump from that would be Medusa. So Sinbad can be viable. He is played, especially against fighters that do stuff with boost values. So he's got all boost values of 1s and 0s. So he can attack into She-Hulk, and she's defending for a 0 for 2 or 0 with her Lady Justices, and he can smack over the top of that. So that kind of a thing. If Black Panther takes his cards, it doesn't matter. Who cares? So yeah, it's a good set. It's one of my least favorite sets overall, but it is very good value. Cobble Fog. This is a 4-fighter set, 2 maps, and also these are like $40. All these are gonna be around $40. Again, we're looking at $10 per fighter price point. Cobble Fog is a beautiful set. It's got some of the, when it came out, oh my goodness, I got into the game because of this set actually. I picked it up. I didn't play it for a while. It sat on my shelf, and then I had some friends over. We played it. I didn't like it because I played it we had 3 players, but we played 4-player. I played 2 of the fighters, and then I played against both of them. It was weird. The whole thing was weird. One of my friends really got it. One of my friends didn't really get it. I had too much. I just knew everything because I could look at both hands, so I destroyed them. It was weird, but it was so then it sat on my shelf for a long time, very long time, and then Courtney. I was trying to find some games to I've always been searching for a game to play with my wife. That's like the husband's calling. A board game husband's calling is to find that 2-player game that he can play with his wife that she will actually enjoy and want to play with him, because that's our dream. We want our wives to play with us. They don't do it. Why? So that's my dream. I was looking up all this stuff. I was like, okay, what's a good 2-player game? And they said Unmatched is one of the best 2-player games. I was like, wait a second, really? Because I played it, this weird 4 to 3-player thing. Played it with my wife. Man, I was hooked. Cobble Fog. You've got Sherlock Holmes, Dracula, Invisible Man, and Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Sherlock is S tier. Dracula used to be really, really high, like super S tier as well, but now he is high B tier. So Drax high B tier. And then Invisible Man and Jackal are going to be right together down below near King Arthur. But again, in that set, though, in the set, you're going to have such a good time with them, all four of them. You're going to have a really good time with them. And you have Baskerville and Soho, which are very popular maps. Baskerville is super popular. One of the most popular maps next to Raptor Paddock. And then Soho is becoming more and more popular with these move to range fighters coming out because it's a great move to range map. And then, yeah, so you just have massive value in this set. And thematically, like these characters really come to life with their cards, with their abilities. They really come to life. So much value. Pick this one up. 4 fighters, 2 maps. Next up, we've got a 2 fighter, 2 map set. So this will be $20. 2 fighters, 2 maps. And that is going to be Robin Hood and Bigfoot. And now this set is, you can't find it. So it really should probably be down here. But it's not expensive or anything. It's just not in print. So if you find it, guys, if you can find this set for, I would say, like 100% buy it, $40 or less, pick it up. If you find it $20 or less, it's a Christmas miracle. And if you find it for $100, I'd go for it. So, but you've got Robin Hood and Bigfoot, and Robin Hood is, I already talked about it a little bit. So Robin Hood's ranged. He's got some cool abilities. He's got 4 henchmen, or whatever they're called. What are they called? Huntsmen. No, not huntsmen. What are they called? Highway robbery. That's all I can think of. So he's got these 4 little sidekicks that do outlaws. That's it. He's got these 4 outlaws, and I'm sorry. Looks like Poindexter messed up the time zone. Don't worry, man. You haven't missed much. You can see this here. Rewatch it. Go back to the beginning. Rewatch it. This is a good set, guys. Sherwood is one of the most popular maps as well. It's going to be probably like 7th or something. I don't know. I probably this ranked at somewhere. It's a great map. Yukon is enjoyable to play sometimes. In certain matchups, it's fun to play. And in other matchups, you can't play it. So Solomon's Mine and Yukon are the 2 maps that are auto banned in a lot of the formats that we play in our tournaments and stuff. But we're not talking about that necessarily. So you get 2 maps and 2 fighters, and they're both fun to play. They're both competitively viable. Robin Hood was in the last tournament and he won like the final thing. He's sneaky good. He can keep the aggression. He can kite. He's a very interesting fighter to play as, and he's fun. And then Bigfoot is super viable, so that's why they're up there. And then the final one, guys, Tales to Amaze, is the best value you can get. Because what Tales to Amaze does is you get 4 fighters, 2 maps, and then in a mind-boggling explosion of joy, it allows you to play the game solo and co-op with up to 3 friends. Like, it literally takes all of the sets you already own and then, like, jacks them up to 100. The sets that are at the bottom here, Buffy, Teen Spirit, every set gets, like, elevated. The sets that are not very good competitively are raised up because you don't need discard. You don't need this. You don't need, like, there's a lot of things that the good sets do that these don't, that the good fighters do. And then, like, Buffy can, like, you know, you can, like, with Willow, you can resurrect somebody. And whatever. With Spike, the enemy's going to sit there in front of you, and so you're going to be attacking them, and they're not leaving, so they're sitting on your poison. You're going to mess them up. So it's really cool how Tales of Maze revamps and like upgrades every other set that you already own. And then the 4 fighters, you've got Tesla, you have Golden Bat, Annie Christmas, and Jill Trent. All of them are competitively viable, with Annie Christmas being the lowest, and she's going to be like C tier, maybe low B. And some people can play her at a high B probably. So, like, guys, that's crazy as far as like they came in and they just really changed the whole competitive scene. You're seeing in the drafts during the Winter Champions, you're seeing Golden Bat making in the top 5 repeatedly. You're seeing Tesla come in the top 5 sometimes. So they're very, very good. Golden Bat, Tesla, and then my favorite is Jill Trent. She's super high as well. She just has some problems in her kit, but man, she's fun. So guys, there you go. There you have it. Best value is Tales to Maze. If I had to guess where this one would go, the Slings and Arrows, a new Shakespeare set that's coming out. It's a 4-fighter set, all right? 4-fighter set with at least one map. I would assume it's just going to be one map. So because of that, it would be down to this one, most likely. 4 fighters, 1 map. And I could see it going right here or here. But we could say if they put it right here, probably. So this is probably where I'd put it. We have Shakespeare, you have the Wayward Sisters, you have Queen, Titania, and you have Hamlet. That should be a lot of fun, guys. I think that's probably where it's going to go. Thank you so much for watching. I am curious. I'm taking calls right now. I do have a caller scheduled for this time. So when he rings in, I'll put him on speaker and we can get his thoughts on this list and see what he thinks. But this is good. This is the best value, guys. This is all 18 Unmatched sets ranked by value. I've got multiple tier lists we're going to be doing because, again, you can't just look at one thing and buy a set. You got to look at a lot of things. Value is important if you don't have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, who cares? Just buy all of them. Really, actually, just buy all of them. But, yeah, bang for your buck. This is what you got. And he is not called yet, so we're going to see. I'm not calling him. Heck no. He might have dipped. So, ooh, save or download. That's interesting. No, I don't want to save or download this. What do you guys think of it? Where am I wrong? Where do you disagree? I could easily see the 2 Jurassic Parks moving up. That would make sense. They're cheaper, so definitely I could see that happening. But yeah, I feel good about this. I feel really good about this. All right, the next ranking, guys, is going to be, what is it going to be? It's between 2. It is between in the box experience and beginner friendly. So it'll be one of those 2, in the box experience or beginner friendly. We will tackle that soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end this one so I can get into the next one. It'll be up very shortly. It'll be up in like, oh, wait a second. Oh, this is how he's doing it. This is how he's doing it. Wait a second.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hello?
Hello, O-Town.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were referring to me or not. I was like, does he have another person?
No, yeah, you goob. What a goober, this guy. Yes, hello, O-Town. Thank you for calling. What a surprise to have you call.
I know. It's totally unexpected and not planned.
You would assume so based on the timeliness of your call. So what do you think, man? What do you think about this ranking?
Yeah, I think overall I agree with it. There's a few that I would probably switch.
Go on. Go on.
Yeah, so I mean, I like competitive viability. Uh, maybe for me, it's a bigger factor because, um, like, as you get better and better at the game, like you want the game to last. And a lot of fighters really, really do drop off as you get better at the game, and you just find yourself playing them less, even if you really like them, like
Bayo,
like Invisible, like Bayo. Yeah. So, but also fun. Like fun factor is huge, and so that's why like, I super agree with your Cobble and Fog, because in terms of fun factor,
yeah,
they're all other than maybe Sherlock. But even Sherlock,
I love
to an
playing as
extent,
Sherlock.
is
He's
still-
so much fun.
He is fun, right? You feel like Sherlock Holmes,
Exactly.
and then you realize how broken he is.
Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you do.
But there's a couple that I think I would probably swap.
Okay, go for it. You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. I do think because of the competitive viability of Strange and She-Hulk, and also competitive viability of Sanctum for a lot of fighters.
Right.
I do think that Brains and Brawn should probably be higher, probably even the top of B tier. Maybe right below. Maybe right below King and Country. I love King and Country.
Now here's the deal. This is like a what was it? Was like $60 when it came out. It's a $60 set.
Brains and Brawn was $50. I thought.
Okay, maybe 50. Maybe are they all 50?
I think all the Marvel sets are 50.
So do you drop the Jurassic Parks then? That's the question.
That's tough. I do push them down just because you're not getting as many fighters.
I'm gonna agree with the above. I'm gonna go above Redemption Row. I will agree with that one. That makes sense. Even though, but man,
Yeah.
you know, Luke Cage and Moon Knight. I'll go above. I'll go above them for you. I think you have swayed me. That works.
I appreciate
Jurassic Parks. Here's a question. Jurassic Parks. They're $20. Like, do I gotta throw? I gotta throw them up, don't I? I gotta throw them up here. I think I have to.
I can't watch the video while
that's fine.
Falling for
I threw them up to the bottom of A tier, and
dude, $20 is so good, especially
so
for
good.
the Raptors and the T-Rex.
Right, and then but they still have the Jurassic Park tax, so that's I like where they are there. That feels good. Also, guys, Beowulf and Red, they're giving those away like hotcakes in a Christmas day, so you can pick those up very cheap. Okay, all right. I like where it's at now. Any other set that you really wanted to change?
I mean, there's an argument to be made for Battle of Legends Volume 2 being higher because and then dropping Battle of Legends Volume 1. Like,
but value? We're talking value, right? So, two maps is going to beat one map. Even if the four fighters are not as viable.
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time we played Sarpedon or Marmorial? And we play Hanging Gardens all the time.
So now here's the question though. If this is your first set, if this is your very first set, I would rather have two maps than just one map.
I mean, and it's a great beginner set because the fighters are super simple for the most part. Like very easy to learn their win cons and play for that. But I mean, I agree with that. But I do. The last one I have a problem with is Robin Hood Bigfoot, just because. I mean, Bigfoot's great. Robin Hood's solid, and Sherwood is good. But it's only two fighters. It's so expensive now.
Well, if we're factoring the price now, I mean, how much is it now? You know.
I don't know. Like back in the day when I got it, it was like $20. And
Ooh,
it was great.
Ooh.
But
yeah, I guess if you're paying top dollar right now.
Right now, it's not the best value. It used to be great.
Okay. O-Town, listen, I'm glad you called because This has drastically changed my ranking here. This is why you gotta stay to the end, guys. This is why you gotta stay to the end, because you could be a caller and you could change a tier list.
Swap it with Houdini Genie. Put Houdini Genie up in S.
I
agree with
I'm not
that.
swapping it. I'm not moving up Houdini Genie. What I did was I did move Battle of Legends Volume 2 and Shakespeare. I moved those up to S. To the back of S. I'm dropping Robin Hood and Bigfoot. We're dropping all the way down to behind Buffy set.
Yeah.
Because if you are picking it up, you're not picking it up for $20. You're not picking it up for $40. You're not finding it. That's the problem. You can't find it.
And the fighters lose their luster. Like,
by the way, a year or so ago, I bought Robin Hood Bigfoot for Greg's for like $10.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hero. Because I'm a gentleman and a scholar. Okay. I literally handed him $200. Is what that is.
Listen, I'm gonna fight for Shy Guy here, though. Like, Houdini Genie, both of those fighters made aggressive fighters viable again.
I said that. I agree.
I know you did.
I agree.
I know you did. I'm just saying, like, when that set came out, we were so excited, and when we played it, was that not probably the most fun you've had playing Unmatched for a long time?
Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the thing, and then we're gonna close this thing up.
Sure.
Solomon's Mine is not even allowed to be played on basically anymore.
I mean, it depends. I don't know. Some people, they're gonna find things like the fighters themselves. I think make up for that. Solomon's Mine, if it gets let through, I mean, I guess Houdini bans it usually, but, dude, Solomon, like, there's a lot of fighters that like Solomon's Mine, but there's also definitely more that hate it. But I think they're probably gonna ban other things over the top of it. Like, I don't know. It does get let through sometimes, but you're right.
I locked it in. We're locked in. I'm saving it. This is it. Value. We'll call it value. Captain Crockpot. Cap Train.
Are you doing another tier list after this, by the way?
Oh, I'm doing 3 at least.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Captain
Am I calling
Crockpot.
after each one?
No, man. I'm gonna have a different caller call next.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, if you're watching and you end up calling, that's fine. But I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to call in and chat. That'd be fun. All right, Captain Crockpot, Unmatched. Done. Unmatched sets. Beautiful. And we're gonna save that. Beautiful. Okay, guys. Thanks for checking that out. That was O-Town there. What do we do here?
Hang up.
From zero to bedroom hero, the trick she might never forget. All right. Yeah. Hang up. I'll see you later. Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling in. Long time listener, first time caller. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm gonna end this one. I'm gonna do another one. We'll start it at 9 o'clock. See you at 9 o'clock for the next tier list. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is your captain signing off.
Now hear this, now hear this. This is your captain speaking.
What a turnout!
What happened here was a miracle.
The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have now seen the impossible. I did you.
My friend.
I thank you for your support.
Couldn't be more proud of you.
Get a heart and soul of this team.
You and I are a team. Nothing is more important than our friendship.
We need you, man.
I have you to thank. Couldn't have done it without you.
This is for you, buddy.
So without further eloquence,
Thank you.